Building the future or wasting taxpayers' money， 究竟係一個建造將來啊，即係令到將來更好啊，抑或咧係一啲嘥緊納稅人嘅錢啦 ？Taxpayers 咧係解一啲即係呢個 tax 係即係指啲納稅人嘅錢，即係話咧係究竟好抑或壞。咁呢篇文章咧睇個題目咧，你就會知道佢咧係講緊即係呢件事嘅好與壞啦，即係究竟佢呢個質問係咪好事抑或係壞事。Since its birth in Japan in 1964, high-speed rail has revolutionized train travel across the world. Revolutionized 咧係意思改革咗，即係 means changed， 即係改變咗咁嘅意思。changed radically 即係好即係大咁樣改善咗呢一個嘅即係交通啦。But one major country is notably absent from the list of those which have embraced it.Great Britain， 即係話咧，其中一個國家啦 ，notably 咧就係好明顯啊，即係好obviously， 即係好明顯咧係notably， 即係 means obviously。absent from the list， 即係話咧點樣 absent 咧，即係缺席嘅，即係咩意思咧？佢係冇咗嗰個呢一種咁樣嘅 high speed rail， 即係佢唔冇啦，就呢個 high speed rail 啦 ，which have embraced it，which 咧就係指嗰啲國家有。embrace 點解咧係 hug 即係擁抱，但係即係意思咧係喺呢一度嚟講咧係即係解 have 咁嘅意思 had it， 即係話好多國家都有呢啲高速火車，但係有一個好主要嘅國家咧係冇呢種高速火車咧，就係英國啦。The only existing line goes from London to Paris rather than connecting up the country's main cities。咁即係話咧，唯一一條咧真係高速火車咧，就係由倫敦去巴黎啦。咁即係一個國家去另一個國家，即係英國去法國，就唔係佢 with connecting the country's main cities， 就唔係將自己個國家嘅啲主要城市連埋一齊。咁所以就比較落後啊！佢嘅意思係 Britain is small and already has a vast means huge。If old-fashioned rail network dating back to Victorian times， 咩意思咧？即係話英國咧係有嘅，但係好細啦，同埋咧係有好廣泛嘅一個嘅 rail network， 即係話其實佢有一個好廣泛嘅鐵路系統啦。但係咧就 dating back to Victorian times， 即係話咧即係可以係話追溯到去以前維多利亞時代，即係 that means 係好多年前。咁but plans are afoot to bring domestic high-speed rail by 2026, with a second phase completed by 2033。咩叫 afoot 咧 ？afoot 咧即係進行中，例如好似睇下例句啊 ，there is something afoot， 即係話咧有啲嘢係進行中，有啲唔對勁咁嘅意思啦。好啦，咁即係話咧，而家咧係其實喺度準備中咧，就係將呢一個 domestic 即係 means local 本地嘅高速火車咧，就會又喺2020年咧就會完成啦。而第二個 phase 咩意思咧？係解階段啊，即係嗰個stage， 即係第二個階段咧就會係2033咧亦都會舉行，即係會完成晒嘅。咁呢一個啦，第一條啦 ，Where and when did high-speed rail originate？ 咩叫 originate 咧？我哋睇一睇。Originates 咧係解起源於邊度啊？就由邊度開始嘅。咁你會睇翻咧，佢度第一段就講咗啦，就係Japan 啊嘛。佢話 since its birth in Japan 係幾時啊 ？1964。So where and when？ So 你由呢個你咪留意下呢個 did 啦。咁所以咧你可以講話係 it's originate in Japan。In 1964， 咁就已經係 OK 啦。咁即係佢問你 where， 咁你就答咗日本啦。When 就係喺1964年。好啦，接住咧就睇埋落去咯噃。As with any development on this scale, there has been a significant amount of controversy。咩叫 controversy 咧？係解爭論，你睇睇。controversy 啦係解爭論啦，或者係辯論咁嘅意思。咁我哋睇一睇。第三條問題啦 ，Which word in the passage means heated public dispute？ heated 咧即係意思好熱，即係好拗到面紅耳熱咁樣啦。Dispute means argument。咁其實咧就係即係話好多公眾嘅 argument， 即係好多爭議啦，咁就係 controversy 啦。咁所以咧就係 controversy， 佢翻佢啦 ，means heated public dispute。記住 dispute 咧 means argument。咁仲有一條問題啦，就話呢一度啦，我哋睇翻啦。咁佢話第一期咧就係2026就會完成啦，而 second phase 咧就 by 2033。2033年，咁呢個睇翻第四題，佢就話 By what year would both stages of the high-speed rail project be complete？ 究竟會幾時會完成咧 ？Stage 即係佢個階段啦，咁你就會寫翻咧，你留意呢個 would 啦，咁但係呢個真正嘅動詞喺呢度開始㗎，咁你所以你就會話 both stages of the high-speed rail project。嗱，留意下呢一個咧，其實個 would 喺呢一度啦，咁其實基本上就應該係咁樣 ，would be complete，would be completed。would be completed 係呢個係 by 幾時啊嘛，咁所以咧你就會寫翻咧by 幾時啊？就佢話呢個係2033年啦，咁即係2033年咧就會完全係會起晒啦。好啦，接住啦，咁佢就話啦，就即係佢話呢啲咁樣嘅 project 即係有好多嘅 controversy，即係好多嘅爭論啦。Not least concerning cost， 即係話咧即係唔會話好少係關於即係費用，咁即係 that means 費用咧係一個即係具爭議性嘅問題啦。咁呢個第一樣嘢佢哋拗啦。咁我哋再睇呢個第三段啦，佢話 Meanwhile，the distance between the country's major cities is nothing like as great as。For example, Spain's and China's or China's， 即係話咧嗰個距離嗰個覆蓋咧係一啲都唔似啊 ，nothing like as great as， 即係話一啲都唔似好似人哋咁好，例如好似西班牙或者中國咁好。Though the new high-speed rail line would cut the journey time between London and Manchester by an hour, and between London and Leeds by 50 minutes， 即係話咧，將係旅程係縮短咗㗎，縮短咗成個鐘啦，又或者咧係呢兩個城市咧就縮短咗50分鐘。Some say that this is not a great improvement， 即係話咧呢個即係減短咗即係個 distance 嗰個 distance between countries 嗰個咧係唔係即係好多改善啊？即係意思嗰個時間係縮短咗得好少，於是即係話意思賺得唔多時間。Especially when set against the huge financial cost， 即係話咧個經濟咧即係個經濟效益唔高，即係話咧使就使咗好多錢，但係減嘅時間咧就唔係咁多。佢個意思就係咁。咁所以第一個佢唔係好開心嘅嘢咧，即係啲群眾啦，就係個價錢啦。第二咧就係縮減嘅時間啦，就係 distance between the country's major cities。OK， 嗰個 distance 咧就係嗰個 journey time 唔係 cut 得太多，應該係呢一度 journey time between 嗰啲 cities 係依然係好短，依然都係好長嘅，應該係話即係話依然都要用好多時間，只係 cut 咗好短嘅時間啫。接住啦，第三個主要嘅佢哋唔滿意嘅嘢咧，就亦都係我哋嘅第四段會見到嘅，就係 But the biggest opposition， 即係嗰個反對嘅聲音啊。OK， 即係 opposition 咪即係 opposite 嘅嗰個嘅 part， 即係嗰個嘅名詞咁樣opposite 就係形容詞啊嘛。咁但係 opposition 就係個名詞啊嘛。咁所以咧，你會知道咧就係話 opposition 就係反對嘅聲音啦。Has been environmental， 即係話其實啲人最唔滿意咧就係嗰個環境嘅問題。The proposed high-speed rail network would, according to protesters, needlessly ruin large stretches of beautiful British countryside。即係話咧，嗰啲 protesters， 即係嗰啲抗議嘅人啊，就會點樣啊？即係佢哋反對嘅人咧，就係話會 ruin， 即係會 destroy。Large stretches 即係好大個地方嘅 beautiful British countryside， 即係話咧，因為佢哋要起個好似高鐵類型嘅鐵路啦，咁就會破壞咗英國嘅即係郊區啦。跟住咧就 they claim that the plans have been generated by city people and for city people without even considering the objections 即係反對，即係啲人好唔滿意啦。啲乜嘢咧 ？Of those living in the rural areas， 即係話咧佢哋唔理啲住喺 countryside 嘅人啦。The train will pass through， 即係話咧佢哋覺得係呢啲即係城市人嘅 計劃寫俾即係俾目的都係為咗啲城市居住嘅人，但係就唔理一啲喺郊區居住嘅人。咁所以咧呢個係第3個好唔滿意嘅嘢。睇下第2條問題啦。What are the 3 main arguments against high-speed rail given in the article？ 咁所以第一個咧最唔滿意就係個費用好貴啦。第二咧嗰個 journey time 即係個縮短嘅旅程縮得太少啦，佢哋唔滿意。第3咧就係好唔滿意乜嘢啊？個環境。咁我哋睇翻呢度應該點寫啦？咁你會寫咧 the 3 main argument。The 3 main arguments against high-speed rail high-speed rail are， 咁你會寫翻呢個 are 喺翻呢一個啦。OK， 跟住咧就係可以唔需要寫 given in the article 嘅，就係邊3樣嘢唔滿意咧？就係佢嘅乜嘢 is cost， 仲有啦 is small cut to journey time， 即係話咧嗰個旅程咧唔係好多啦 to the journey time，times and 乜嘢啊？嗰個嘅環境嘅問題啦 ，and is environment problems。即係話咧，佢哋嗰個最主要嘅3個 argument， 即係佢哋反對嘅嗰個嘅聲音啊。against， 如果你唔識 arguments 都知道 against 即係反對啦。反對高鐵嘅原因咧就係嗰啲費用又貴，跟住即係個旅程嘅時間嗰個即係嗰個 cut 嗰個時數好少，同埋咧個環境嘅問題咧都係一啲唔滿意嘅嘢啦。咁好啦，我哋睇翻呢個 they 係指乜嘢啦？咁佢就話咧 ，they claim that the plans have been generated by city people for city people and for city people， 即係話咧係一啲城市嘅人嘅計劃，就俾城市嘅人去用啦。咁所以咧就冇諗過佢哋嗰啲郊區嘅人啊。咁呢啲 they 咧就係指啲乜嘢咧？就係指嗰啲睇翻呢一個啦。就會係應該係指翻咧，就係嗰啲前邊啱啱有提及過嗰啲 protesters， 即係嗰啲反對者。咁我哋睇翻呢一度條問題啦。佢問你 Who does they in line 17 refer to？ 咁你會寫翻咧 they in line 17 refers to 邊啲人啊？就係嗰啲 protesters 啦。To protesters who可以就咁寫 protesters 都得嘅，但係清楚啲解釋咧，就係 protesters against 乜嘢咧 ？High speed rail。好啦，接住啦 ，What 4 countries are mentioned in the article？ 有邊4個國家係曾經提及過嘅咧？咁我哋睇一睇啦。咁佢有 Japan 啦 日本啦，仲有Spain、China、Great Britain 呢4個國家咧都係提及過嘅喺文章裏邊。咁你會點答咧？就咁寫翻 they are 邊4個啊 ？they are 你一開始就講翻啦 ，Japan 啦 ，Japan、Spain、China and Great Britain。咁你就會寫翻人哋用 Great Britain， 你就寫翻 Great Britain 就得㗎啦。好啦，跟住啦，第7題啦。Having read the article, what do you think about the new high-speed rail network? What do you think？ 即係你點睇咧？你覺得好唔好咧？咁呢一題咧，你就唔需要答 yes 或者 no 嘅，因為咧佢就問你 what do you think， 咁你就只會需要寫啦。I think it is a good idea because it can speed up the journey time and it could be more modern。 咁咧就係話可以咧就係一個因為佢可以係幾即係可以係幾 modern 啦，同埋可以能夠加速到嗰個嘅旅程嘅時間啦。好啦，呢個第一題啦 ，How many model railway society conventions have been held previously？ 咁咩叫 conventions 咧 ？conventions 即係開會嗰啲意思啊 ，conventions 即係 meetings。咁我哋睇翻啦，呢一個佢題目咧就係話 The Fifth Annual Model Railway Society Convention， 呢個係第5屆啦。咁所以第5屆咧，咁佢問你 previously held， 即係之前舉辦過幾多屆咧？咁當然就係4屆啦。咁你就會寫翻 4，咁就 OK 啦。原因咧就係呢度寫住 The Fifth and Annual Model Railway Society Convention。然後啦，第二題啦 ，What 2 things have been changed since last year？ 究竟有啲乜嘢係改變過咧？我哋睇一睇呢一度啦。咁佢就話咧係佢話咧就佢話 The Model Railway Society Convention is back and is bigger and better than ever. After unprecedented high demand last year， 呢個解史無前例的啊。呢一個咧 unprecedented 咧係解空前啦，即係史無前例咁，即係無前例的，即係從來都未試過嘅意思。咁可以睇翻咧，就係究竟 what 2 things have been changed？ 究竟有邊2樣嘢改變咗咧？就係嗰個嘅乜嘢？第一個嗰個嘅場地啦 venue 啦，同埋咧the available tickets， 即係可以供應嘅飛啦。咁寫翻啦，咁你就會寫翻 the venue and the number of available tickets， 咁就係改變咗嘅。第3題啦 ，How much would an adult model railway society member pay to go to the convention？ 究竟一個大人啦，同埋佢係一個 society member 啦，究竟要俾 how much 即係幾多錢咧？咁留意翻啲細節啦。咁呢度有講啦 ，model railway society members 就 get 50% discount， 即係會半價啦。咁而呢度咧係乜嘢啊 ？adults 係200蚊啊嘛，咁半價咧，所以咧就係100蚊啦。咁你就會寫翻$100。跟住咧第4啦 ，How long will the convention last？How long 咧即係 that means how long time， 即係要幾長時間咁嘅意思。Last 咧即係維持幾耐啦。咁睇翻咧佢就話乜嘢啊？係8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 即係話咧係朝8晚8，即係話咧係 round the clock 12個鐘啦。咁寫住咧寫翻咧係應該係12 hours。第5題啦 ，How can people get tickets for the convention？ 怎樣啦？佢問你 how 即係怎樣啦？點樣可以攞到啲飛咧？睇一睇啦。佢話咧to sign up 咧即係等於去 get tickets 咁嘅意思。去攞飛點樣攞飛啊？就係visit tickets。visit 呢個 website 啦 ，or call our event manager on 幾多個 number， 咁所以咧你就會想抄翻呢一個咧就可以攞到飛啦，就係 to sign up 嘅意思。咁樣佢究竟點樣攞飛咧？你就會寫翻 by， 記住咧就人哋問你 how， 好多時你都會答咗個 by 嘅 by 點樣咧？就係 by visiting。嗱，好多人咧就係寫個 website 就算數嘅，咁但係應該要抄翻，因為你根本就點知道邊一個 website 啫啦 ？Model Royal Society .xx or calling 嗱，好多學生就咁寫 call， 但係你記住 by 後邊咧係要加 ing 嘅，咁所以 by calling 98761234或者係 by calling 就咁寫翻嗰個人名 Lisa Flanders。接住啦 ，Which of the following sentences is not true？ 究竟邊一個係即係錯嘅咧？咁睇下第一句啦 ，Lisa Flanders is the events manager for the Model Railway Society。咁佢有講過 events manager 就係呢個 Lisa， 咁所以咧呢個咧係 true 嘅。第二 ，the deadline for signing up is 5 p.m. on Friday 2nd of May。睇下啦，佢有講過啦。佢話係 no bookings can be taken after 5 p.m. Friday 2nd of May， 即係話咧5月2號嘅星期五咧就唔可以啦，5點鐘之後，所以咧佢個 deadline 咧就係呢個時間 true。The number of available tickets has decreased 減少喎。頭先啱先講完啦，唔係噶嘛，佢話係增加越嚟越多啊嘛，因為今年話上年嗰個咧係史無前例咁成功。所以咧呢一個咧係 double 咧，即係 that means 係雙倍嘅可以供應嘅飛，咁變咗咧就會有好多飛，所以就唔係 decreased 係 increased，相反呢一個應該係 increased，咁所以咧你知道呢個係錯啦，所以呢個答案咧係 C 啦。我哋都睇埋 D 啦 ，Children are not allowed to attend the convention on their own。細路仔係唔準參加嘅，咁係唔係咧？我哋睇翻啦，佢話咧其實係可以嘅噃。All children must be accompanied by an adult at all times。accompanied 咧係解陪伴，即係 together with 咁嘅意思。即係話細路仔一定要有大人，咁即係話準細路仔參加啦。咁所以咧呢一個咧。係not allowed to attend on their own， 係準參加，但係唔準佢哋單獨參加，所以咧係 true 嘅。好啦，接住啦 conjunction 啦，呢個啦第一個啦，佢話 Oh please let me go to the model railway convention。James 就話啦，乜嘢 to go to the convention you will have to finish your homework。咁即係話為了啦 in order to， 即係為了咧可以參加呢一個嘅會議咧，你一定要快啲做晒功課喎，咁樣。But I've already told you that I can't finish my homework。乜嘢咧？咁佢話：哎呀，好難啊！咁唔會話所以係好難啦，亦都唔係為咗好難啦，就唔得。咁所以咧係因為好難，啲功課好難 because it's too hard。Nonsense! You need to try harder。乜嘢 you can complete the questions， 咁即係話咧，你見唔見到個 can 喺呢度？好多時咧，如果係 so that 嘅話咧，後邊咧就會 can 啦。can 咧就係 means 即係為了咧可以完成。記住好多時 so that 後邊咧都會加一個嘅 modal verb， 而呢個 modal verb 咧就係仲要多數都係 can 啊或者 could 啊同埋 would 嘅。咁呢個係一個 tips 咯。咁就會係話你要努力啲，係點樣啊 ？So that 係為了啊，記住係為咗可以 you can complete the questions。咁接住啦，第四啦 ，You don't think that you can do it, I know that you can。即係話雖然你覺得唔得，我覺得你得，記唔記到啊？你覺得呢個係一個佢話佢自己唔得啊嘛，但係 I know that you can 就非常之正面。咁前後係一個相反嘅意思咧，你就會用我都啦。I wish I could, but I can't。即係佢話咩叫 wish 咧？我希望呢個 wish 咧，通常仲要係唔係太可能嘅 wish。hope 咧就會係即係會有可能實現嘅 wish 咧，即係 that means 我都唔覺得可能㗎啦咁嘅意思。接住啦到 tenses 啦，咁佢想參加就唔俾啦。咁 oh dear I 乜嘢咧 to finish my homework at the moment。留意下 at the moment 啦。即係現在進行式啦 ，I am trying， 因為佢為咗要參加呢個 convention， 所以就要做晒功課。Oh dear, I'm trying to finish my homework at the moment so that I can go to the convention, but it's hard. Dad says if I work hard, I will be able to do it。嗱呢個見到 if 啦，呢個咧就係一個 conditional one 啦，即係話阿爸咧俾咗條件佢，就係話如果努力咧就會啦，可以成功，你就會做到嘅。I disagree。I 乜嘢 another try tomorrow 就係乜嘢咧 ？I will have another try tomorrow， 即係話我聽日咧會努力再嘗試，或者係 I am going to have， 即係佢好決心要努力咁做。But the deadline for signing up is 5 p.m. 因為有個 before 啦，咁所以咧 I have attend。咁點解要用 have attend 咧 ？I have attend many model railway events before, but never as big as this one。咁點解要用 have 唔用 had 咧？因為牽涉到現在。再提你哋咧，如果係一條 timeline 裏邊由以前發生一路去到而家，現在都係啱嘅嘢咧，就會用 present perfect 啦。就係應該用 present perfect 去表達一個到現在咧。都係啱嘅嘢，就係到現在都未試過，即係我有去過好多。I have attended many model railway events before 就去過 ，but never at any as big as this one。I 乜嘢咧 ？I was walking through the community centre when I saw the notice about the event and knew immediately that I had to go。因為你見到呢個 when 啦，when 啦，咁佢當佢喺度行緊嗰時，咦，突然間見到喎，咁呢一個好明顯係長啲嘅動作，呢個係一個短啲嘅動作，所以呢一個咧就 I was walking， 而呢一個咧就係 I saw 啦。I saw the notice that about the event and knew immediately that I had to go。I 乜嘢 before then 咧？嗱。即係話咧，呢一件事係咪到而家都係未聽過先？佢係 never heard 啊嘛，咁唔係啦，而家都已經聽咗啦。即係話而家喺度，咁佢之前咪就係話佢見到個 notice 係咪啊？即係呢個係 saw the notice 喺度啦。saw the notice， 咦，點解會有個通告嘅咁樣？咁跟住呢個 never heard 咧，係由呢個再遠啲呢個 past tense 嘅時間，再之前呢個 past perfect 開始，知道由嗰陣時開始到嗰陣時睇個 notice 都未見過，不過現在咧睇過未啊？睇過咯，所以呢一個咧就要用 I had never heard 啦，即係話咧呢一個咧係已經唔牽涉現在噶啦，即係同 now 係冇關嘅，呢個係同 now 有關嘅，即係話我到而家呢個一直到而家咧，我係參加過好多嘅模型嘅model railway events， 但係呢一個咧就係話未聽過咧。因為佢見到個 notice 之後，由呢刻開始都已經聽過啦嘛，係咪？咁所以現在咧已經唔啱㗎啦呢句説話，所以咧就要用 I had never heard。記住 past perfect 咧係由以前開始，但係以前咧再喺個 past tense 已經結束咗㗎啦，就唔再去牽涉到現在嘅咧，就要用 past perfect。I had never heard of the Model Railway Society Convention before then。then 就係呢一刻。To make things even worse, I failed to hand in my homework last week。呢個係因為有個 keyword 喺度啦，所以係 failed。接住咧就到 phrasal verbs 啦。第一個啦，佢話 You are going far too slow， 咁啊叫你乜嘢 hurry up 或者 speed up， 呢度兩個都得 ，hurry up 或者 speed up。佢 Oh no, I can't make pizza because we've 乜嘢啊 run out of cheese， 用晒啲芝士。第三 I've decided to 乜嘢啊唔再食煙啦。佢話 give up smoking because it's bad for my health。 The police were telling people to move along from the crime scene， 即係話咧叫佢哋咧就離開嗰個嘅罪案現場啦。I didn't 乜嘢咧 set out to upset you. I'm very sorry。 set out 即係我唔係諗住要去令到你唔開心㗎。I'm very sorry。OK，set out 係唔係即係打算即係佢個原意，佢出發嘅原意唔係想要即係令你唔開心咁嘅意思。接住啦 Gerald is looking far too lean。lean 咧係好瘦啦，我教你 lean meat 即係瘦肉啦。咁一個人好瘦咧，就係可以用 thin 去代替。She soon reached a lofty position， that means 係 high position， 即係好高啦。Feeble 咧即係等於好弱。Harold felt too feeble， 即係 means too weak to return to work after his illness。Penguins are very affectionate， 即係 means very loving， 好有即係好可愛 loving， 或者係好唔係好可愛，即係好有愛心咁嘅意思喺呢一度。好啦 ，antonyms 係反義詞啦。I didn't go skydiving because I'd rather be alive than dead， 即係話唔想即係 alive 嘅相反咧就係 dead 啦。He couldn't decide whether to accept or refuse the offer， 即係話咧 accept 就接受啦 ，refuse 咧就係拒絕。Keep trying even if you fail, and eventually you will succeed。就最終咧，你係會成功嘅。咁 fail 嘅相反咧就係 succeed 啦。Judy is too young; she cannot drive a car。咁呢一個咧，你會見到 Judy 同 she 咧都係同一個名詞啦。咁你就會寫 Judy is 乜嘢咧 ？OK， 咁佢話 too young 即係唔夠大年紀咯，即係 isn't 乜嘢啊？要相反，所以 is not old enough。咁記住啦 ，enough 就喺個 adjective 嘅後邊，但係後邊就要加 to 做乜嘢啊 ？Drive a car。第二啦 ，he 呢個同 he 都係一樣名詞啦，所以唔需要加個 for 啦。 He is very scared， 佢好驚 ，he can't ride the roller coaster。咁佢就驚到唔敢去即係坐個過山車啊。He is too scared to 做乜嘢啊 ？Ride the roller coaster。第三啦 ，Lawrence 就係 he， 咁所以都係一樣啦。Lawrence is 乜嘢咧？嗱，好高啦，咁係乜嘢啊？即係夠高去做乜嘢咯？咁所以亦都係 tall enough to 做乜嘢咧 ？Play basketball。好啦，接住啦，到 preposition 啦，咁其實都係根據 preposition list 嘅啫。佢 What a day! The convention was amazing. I'm so glad that I finished my homework in time, even though it took a lot of 啦，當然 a lot of 啦。I jumped for joy. When my dad said that we could go. By the time the convention arrived, I felt like I'd been waiting 4 years， 即係已經等咗好多年啦。I read about all the stores and activities beforehand, so I knew where I wanted to go. Though I still had to look 乜嘢啦 ？Look at the map， 即係睇下個地圖。I started to get tired at about 6 o'clock. Started to， 跟住佢就話啦，阿爸就話 Come on, let's go home. But then I realized that I lost my wallet. Thankfully, it turned 乜嘢 in the lost property collections 啦 ，collection 即係咩意思咧？失物認領處啊，咁 thankfully it turned up 即係出現啊，即係話佢出現翻喺呢一個失物嘅認領處嗰度。I think I will carry on collecting 即係會 continue 嘅意思。They make me the happiest person on earth， 即係話咧係呢個世界上最快樂嘅人啦。接住到呢一個 articles 啦，第一個啦 ，I've been to 乜嘢啊？呢個 many 係唔需要啦，所以係 many model railway conventions in my time。But I have to say that this was 呢個咧係 best 啫嘛，所以係 the best of them all。And I had an amazing time。amazing 一 A 字頭，所以 an amazing time。接住啦，第四就會係 the venue was much larger than last year's and there were more activities too。咁因為呢個 venue 呢個場地咧就會係得一個啦，咁而呢一個 convention 即係呢個 convention 嗰個舉行嘅地點咧就只有得呢一個，所以就用 the convention 啦。The man who organizes the convention is 好啦，咁呢個好多學生咧都會寫British 嘅，咁記住咧佢個意思呢個係佢嘅 nationality 咧即係話佢嘅國籍前面係唔需要嘅 is 好例如 she's Chinese 或者 she is British， 咁 British 咧就係一個國籍就咁就唔需要寫個交叉啦。And so there were lots of stores from the UK， 記住啦 UK 啦 USA 啦前邊咧都一定有個 the 字嘅。Unfortunately, I had to queue for 7啦，咁 H 係冇音啦，所以咧就會 an hour to see the vintage. Vintage means very old models, vintage. But it was worth it because seeing them was such a special experience. I would highly recommend using tickets for next year's convention. I'm sure you will have a great day. 咁因為呢個眾數啦，咁唔需要指明嗰啲飛啦，我即係建議你早啲即係買飛，即係買定下年嘅飛啊，咁嘅意思係 buy tickets for next year's convention， 即係下年你要買定啲飛啦。佢意思係話就會即係佢話下年咧你一定會即係會 have a great day， 即係會嗰日咧會玩得好開心。接住啦就到 question text 啦 ，you like 呢個咧，因為呢個 like 唔係一個 modal 啦，所以你就用 do does 或者 did， 咁而家 like 呢一個咧就變咗係 don't you。You like model railways, don't you? She is a supporter of high-speed rail。咁呢個 is 啦，咁前面係正面嘅話，後邊咧就會用 isn't she。總之前邊冇 not， 後邊就加翻 not。We should build a high-speed rail line。呢個 should 啦，咁前邊係冇 not 啦，就會係 shouldn't we。 George never finishes his homework。咁呢個已經係等於 not 嘅意思㗎啦。咁所以後邊就冇 not 啦。咁你留意下呢個 finishes 啦，呢個係真正一個動詞嚟㗎嘛，即係唔係啲 should 啊、is 啊嗰啲動詞。所以咧呢個咧就會 does。跟住之後因為有 not 就唔使 not， 所以係 does he。The convention wasn't much fun。呢度見到有個 not 係咪？同埋用 was， 咁你就會用翻 was。OK， 跟住後邊 it's。跟住 the convention wasn't much fun, was it？ 好啦，接住到 infinitives 啦，就話啦，the UK government has planned to bring， 即係咧去諗住去啦 ，to bring high speed rail to Britain by 2026。Some people can't see，can't 後邊咧係要不變動詞啦。The benefits of this, while others would like to start。嗱，我再講一次咧 ，like 咧係可以。like starting 或者 like to start 都冇錯，但係咧 once 用 would like 咧就係一定要加 to 嘅 to start。第四啦 ，while many people want，the want 後邊當然要加 to 啦 ，want to know the facts all they can 後邊咧都係不變動詞嘅 ，can hear is people arguing。That's why Channel 1 is broadcasting high-speed rail the facts。We will present will 後邊都係不變動詞。The facts clearly and let regular people know。記住咧，今年咧係會考咧 let 啦同埋 make 咧後邊咧都係加一個 bare infinitive， 係接一個不變動詞嘅。Let regular people know the pros and cons。咩叫 pros 咧 means good and bad points。記住啦，好多時你去到上到去就會越嚟越多呢個字啊 ，pros and cons of something， 即係呢件事嘅好處啦，或者個壞處。We would like to allow everyone to make up their own minds away from the fierce debate, especially because it is so unhelpful of politicians to argue。呢個係乜嘢咧？呢個 it is 跟住 adjective 啦。咁雖然隔咗個 of politicians， 但係後邊係 to 咯，即係譬如 it is important to do something。記住咧，逢係 it is 加一個 adjective， 後邊咧就要加 to do something 㗎啦。好啦，咁呢個好多學生咧都會寫British 嘅，咁記住咧佢個意思呢個係佢嘅 nationality。nationality 咧即係話佢嘅國籍前面係唔需要嘅。is 好例如 she's Chinese 或者 she is British， 咁 British 咧就係一個國籍就咁就唔需要，所以寫個交叉啦。And so there were lots of stores from the UK。記住啦 ，UK 啦、USA 啦前邊咧都一定有個 the 字嘅。Unfortunately, I had to queue for 7啦，咁 H 係冇音啦，所以咧就會 an hour to see the vintage. Vintage means very old models, vintage. But it was worth it because seeing them was such a special experience. I would highly recommend using tickets for next year's convention. I'm sure you will have a great day. 咁因為呢個眾數啦，咁唔需要指明嗰啲飛啦，我即係建議你早啲即係買飛，即係買定下年嘅飛啊，咁嘅意思係 buy tickets for next year's convention， 即係下年你要買定啲飛啦。佢意思係話就會即係佢話下年咧你一定會即係會 have a great day， 即係會嗰日咧會玩得好開心。接住啦就到 question text 啦。You like 呢個咧，因為呢個 like 唔係一個 modal 啦，所以你就用 do、does 或者 did。咁而家 like 呢一個咧就變咗係 don't you。You like model railways, don't you? She is a supporter of high-speed rail。咁呢個 is 啦，咁前面係正面嘅話，後邊咧就會用 isn't she。總之前邊冇 not， 後邊就加翻 not。We should build a high-speed rail line。呢個 should 啦，咁前邊係冇 not 啦，就會係 shouldn't we。George never finishes his homework。咁呢個已經係等於 not 嘅意思㗎啦。咁所以後邊就冇 not 啦。咁你留意下呢個 finishes 啦，呢個係真正一個動詞嚟㗎嘛，即係唔係啲 should 啊、is 啊嗰啲動詞。所以咧呢個咧就會 does。跟住之後因為有 not 就唔使 not，所以係 does he。 The convention wasn't much fun。呢度見到有個 not 係咪？同埋用 was， 咁你就會用翻 was。OK， 跟住後邊 it， 跟住 the convention wasn't much fun，was it？ 好啦，接住到 infinitive 啦，就話啦，the UK government has planned to bring， 即係咧去諗住去啦 ，to bring high-speed rail to Britain by 2026。Some people can't see，can't 後邊咧係要不變動詞啦。The benefits of this, while others would like to start。嗱，我再講一次咧 ，like 咧係可以like starting 或者 like to start 都冇錯，但係咧 once 用 would like 咧就係一定要加 to 嘅 to start。第四啦 ，while many people want，the want 後邊當然要加 to 啦 ，want to know the facts all they can 後邊咧都係不變動詞嘅 ，can hear is people arguing。That's why Channel 1 is broadcasting high-speed rail the facts. We will present will 後邊都係不變動詞。The facts clearly and let regular people know。記住咧，今年咧係會考咧 let 啦同埋 make 咧後邊咧都係加一個 bare infinitive， 係接一個不變動詞嘅。Let regular people know the pros and cons. Make a pros 咧 means good and bad points。記住啦，好多時你去到上到去就會越嚟越多呢個字啊 ，pros and cons of something， 即係呢件事嘅好處啦，或者個壞處。We would like to allow everyone to make up their own minds away from the fierce debate, especially because it is so unhelpful of politicians to argue。呢個係乜嘢咧？呢個 it is 跟住 adjective 啦。咁雖然隔咗個 of politicians， 但係後邊係 to 咯，即係譬如 it is important to do something。記住咧，逢係 it is 加一個 adjective， 後邊咧就要加 to do something 㗎啦。